Hey guys, welcome back. I apologize for the volume level of the commentary in the last video. Like I said, this is my first time doing one of these and I'm still adjusting things out. So I've reduced the music volume to 30% and increased the microphone volume by about 50% more than what it was. So hopefully you'll be able to hear me better. Okay, so we just arrived in Haven, and we do a little searching around before we report to the Chantry, see what's at these buildings. So where we left off last time was just waking up to the servant, and I went ahead and mapped my center mouse click to the V key. I'll scroll down these. If you want to read them, you can pause the video. So that way I can search just by clicking on my center mouse key, which is way more convenient than trying to click on that V key. Because I don't know about your fingers, but my fingers don't really work that direction very well. The V key is a little too far away from the WASD keys. I thought I saw Solus. Yeah, Solus, what are you doing here?
The chosen of Andraste, a blessed hero sent to save us all.
Sounds dashing.
Am I riding in on a shining steed?
I would have suggested a griffon, but sadly they're extinct. Joke as you will, posturing is necessary. I've journeyed deep into the fade in ancient ruins and battlefields to see the dreams of lost civilizations. I've watched as hosts of spirits clash to reenact the bloody past in ancient wars, both famous and forgotten. Every great war has its heroes. I'm just curious what kind you'll be.
A smart and happy hero.
Hopefully the kind who lives to become that embarrassing former hero everyone has to put up with.
I can think of worse fates. I will stay there, at least until the breach has been closed.
Was that in doubt?
I am an apostate surrounded by Chantry forces in the middle of a mage rebellion. Cassandra has been accommodated, but you understand my caution.
Cassandra will protect you.
Cassandra trusts you. She won't let anyone put you into a circle against your will.
Thank you. I appreciate the thought. But now let us hope either the mages or the Templars have the power to seal the breach.
All right. Let's see, we got one more. Apothecary. Find recipes through exploration or by visiting merchants. Visit Apothecary with herbs you gather in the wilderness to upgrade potions. Use the equip station to assign different potions to each of your party members and to replenish the potions you are carrying. Use the upgrade station to unlock permanent upgrades to your potions. Upgrade. Probably can't do jack on this table. Potions. Upgrading. Tonics. Yeah. This is basically a worthless station for us at the moment.
Segret told me that he can't let the herbs go for anything less than 8.
Fine. We'll gather our own. Tell Segret he better hope he doesn't need a salve anytime soon.
8 gold? Seriously? I just found 43 lying on the river back there. 8 is not that much. No potions available yet. So you see, this is where you put your 3 potions that you want to be able to use in this person, and this one is always locked at healing, and then you scroll through to put whatever potions you want. And apparently you can't add more healing potions to these empty spots.
Perhaps another time.
Perhaps another time.
Look who's back from the dead. Again.
Have we met?
I don't recall meeting you before.
I'd be surprised if you did. You weren't particularly coherent. Someone had to patch you up after you staggered out of making us wear, though. So, you're welcome.
I thought that was Solus. Oh, I'll be polite. Thank you.
I didn't realize. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, you can pay me back by fixing the world. Name's
That's a pretty
Adan.
steep price.
I'm in charge of keeping our little band here stocked with potions and elixirs. Not that Seeker Pentagast seems to care whether we've got the supplies to actually do that.
Need any help?
Is there anything I can do to help out?
We're fine as far as raw labor goes. You've more important things to do than tend to me. I only wish I'd been able to find Master Tajin's notes. Old bastard was working on something special. He died at the Conclave, and his notes weren't here. Been too busy dealing with the wounded to look for them.
I spell a quest. The same questions. Goodbye.
Farewell.
Acquired recipe. Regeneration potion recipe. So, if I just acquired a recipe, I wonder if I can now go craft it. Upgrade potions. Alright, so let's see if I can craft a potion now. Potions. Regeneration potion. Increase duration. Increase healing. I need royal elf root. Alright. So we don't have royal elf root. But at least I know what I'm looking for. Anything else? I wonder if I can be royal elf root. Nope. Oh, a new longbow though. A spiked staff grip. Alright, so I think that spiked staff grip is something that we can add to Solus's staff. Let's see what else we got around town. So Haven definitely looks a little different than the last time I was here in Origins. Wow. Let's try to get a paragraph at a time. All right, new quest. Oh, we got a bar.
It's just what I have.
The divine, the mages, the
Is there any way you could get by with 6?
everyone ready.
If you only have 6, why did you ask how much I needed?
I'll ask around again tomorrow.
There we go.
I was really hoping you only needed 6.
Thank
That's
you.
for certain.
All right, Flissa.
Can I get you anything?
What can I find in Haven other than the troubles?
What can you tell me about this area?
Adan is Haven's apothecary. He's been making potions and tending to the wounded as best he can. Harris is the Inquisition smith. Whatever he can make you, Thren the quartermaster can probably find. And for anything fancier, you can try buying from Segret. His prices aren't too high. Yet. Oh, there's also Minave. She studies beasts and things, as I understand.
Well, that's everybody at our
Farewell.
base in Haven.
Goodbye.
All right. See, can't close doors. That's gonna get cold in there. You won't let me close the door. There's Varric.
Only the...
So, now that Cassandra's out of earshot, are you holding up all right?
I mean, you go from being the most wanted criminal in Thedas to joining the armies of the faithful. Most people would have spread that out over more than one day.
I can barely keep up.
I have no idea what's happening anymore.
That makes two of us. For days now, we've been staring at the breach, watching demons and maker knows what fall out of it. Bad for morale would be an understatement. I still can't believe anyone was in there and lived.
I can't believe it either.
I'm still not sure I believe that any of this is really happening.
If this is all just the maker winding us up, I hope there's a damn good punchline coming. You might want to consider running at the first opportunity. I've written enough tragedies to recognize where this is going. Heroes are everywhere. I've seen that. But the hole in the sky, that's beyond heroes. We're going to need a miracle.
Well, Varric, between your very hairy 70s open chest and my porn star mustache, I think we've got it covered. Is that a person I could talk to? Nope. They're just picking at the ground. More patient observations. There we go, loot. Dragonling scales, that's got to be good. No, common leather, I guess. How could dragonling scales be common?
Though you had granted them power over the very Fade itself, though they sang hymns of
Right here.
praise unending,
Andrastes Mimbari.
though they could do anything,
So that was a
they
tavern song
destroyed nothing.
that now when we go into the taverns we'll hear the tavern singers sing.
We'll need some of your cloth for bandages.
And how much is Mother Giselle willing to offer?
Can you really put a price on the love of Andraste?
Well, sure, he's a merchant. That's what he does.
Ah, you're awake and out of Lady Cassandra's clutches. And here I paid that little knife ear to inform me the moment you were free. No matter.
She was too scared.
Segret, honored to meet you. Thank you for all you've done. Hopefully we'll still do.
I appreciate that.
Thank you for your kind words.
Easily given. Our fate is quite literally in your hands, from what I hear. Anything you need is yours. For a reasonable price, of course. Supplies are a little tight, given the circumstances.
How's the mood here?
You must speak with most everyone here. How are people doing?
Hope and fear in equal measure. No one really knows what it means when an Inquisition is called. Yet. I imagine it's no better for you. You've got my sympathies, for what it's worth.
See if I can get rid of some of that loot that I gathered up.
Can I see what you have for sale?
Of course. My wares are at the table.
Where's her at the table? Oh, seriously? You click on a table to buy things instead of clicking on the merchant? Okay, sell. Alright, so I guess we'll keep that. So how do I sell it? Double click it. Can't just do all, huh? Alright, mercenary coat. Nothing to sell. Crafting materials. I'm going to keep all my crafting materials. So this valuables here, this is basically just your junk loot that's taking up space. but you want to make sure you don't sell off the research items. So it's kind of too bad that they put research items in with valuables, but so we'll sell those 3 things. That's where like gems and other junk loot is found. Schematics, recipes, other. Alright, looks like I've dumped off all of the stuff that I'm not wearing, so you can't sell stuff off of your inventory. So you have to make sure you unequip anything that you want to. I'm not going to buy anything just yet. We'll come back before we leave Haven. Let's see, I gotta get back to that initial room that I started off in.
I don't see why we need to build siege equipment. We're not laying siege to anything.
That's an excellent point, recruit. But if someone comes to lay siege to us, perhaps it will be best for us to have some means to fight back.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Yeah. Don't ask questions, recruit. That's why you're just a recruit.
Master Harry said we weren't to sell Inquisition blades.
But Harry doesn't know.
Alright. Maybe this was the... Nope, that's not the room I was in. Where's the room I was in? Okay, so I think I gotta backtrack this way. And then hang right.
Still got demons pouring out of the rifts.
And in here. Get closer. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, this is my starting room. So click on this. Okay, so I got like the special edition, deluxe edition, whatever the hell they called it. And I think what that gives me is this special shipments box. Right, so that gives me gear of the dragon. And this gear is always configured to the character type you've got. So this is archer, right? So we've got a bow. So if we look at this, so the Ferelden Army bow gives 42 DPS. The skirmisher longbow is 57, and it's upgradable with a grip and a rune. This bow here is 61. It already has a rune applied to it, so I can still upgrade the grip. Now the thing with the runes is you can upgrade your runes, but unlike in Origins, you can't move them to another thing. Once they're written on your gear, all you can do is erase them and write over top of them, which honestly makes more sense if they're runes. So we're going to equip our dragon bow. Now the thing about the dragon bow is I think it's pretty fugly. You know, it's... I understand trying to go for aesthetics, but you know, in real life that would be a little bit unusable. Also, it's kind of strange the way they've got the bow sits on top of the quiver. You know, if you're going to sling the bow over your back, they should have at least put the quiver over top of the bow or something, or maybe even done a side quiver, whatever. So that's the bow, and then if we go back, you can see the specialty armor. Here's the medium dragon armor, right? So much higher armor rating. Okay, and it gives some fire resistance. But the scout coat, although it's lower armor class by not a little, provides +2 cunning and is upgradable. So I'm going to wear the dragon armor for now because of the higher armor rating, and I want to be as not as squishy as least squishy as possible. So we'll keep the scout coat and hat just for the future. Excuse me, so that I can upgrade it, because possibly upgrading that will improve its armor rating. Okay, so that's pretty much the town. So let's go to the Chantry.
You're worried about the rifts. I understand that.
Oops, here's one place that I haven't investigated yet.
How do you think they'll close that huge hole?
When will you be able to get us the crafting
Ally with
supplies
the
we need?
Templars, I'd imagine.
When they're ready.
Seen them weekend.
Piss off.
Isn't she a spicy little girl?
Need that bit.
No, my lord, I don't know where the other nobles are. I suggest you ask Ambassador Montillier. Oh, you're him. Thrin, Inquisition Quartermaster. I'm doing what I can to supply this mess. If you find what I need to fill one of my requisitions, I'd appreciate you bringing it in.
How did you end up here?
How does someone end up as quartermaster for the Inquisition?
I served for Eldon under Tenloge MacTier, best commanding officer this world has ever seen. After they all turned on him at Denerim, though, there wasn't much use for people who held that opinion.
You're right.
Queen Honora offered my services to the Inquisition. It was a kindness. She knew I supported her father and got me away from the political garbage.
Well, you will be unhappy to know that in my previous game, I killed your guy. Alright, let's see here. No wonder you're unpopular. Logain is a
That
traitor.
attitude, I can't imagine how you made enemies in Denerim.
People just don't want to hear the truth. I was at Ostagar, and I know what really happened. King Kaelan overextended his position, and the Grey Wardens were too late lighting the signal. Following the original plan would have gotten everyone killed. Tenlogain made the right decision. I apologize. Sister Liliana told me I shouldn't talk about this. Just forget it.
Yeah, you shouldn't talk about it, because you're wrong. He pulled his troops out, and the reason why the light got lit late is because he let Darkspawn into the tower, and I had to take care of him. Alright, that last game. But tell me about requisitions.
What did you mean when you mentioned requisitions?
I'm making this Inquisition run with what we have, but we're not a real army. We're stretched thin on materials, so I've put up a requisition list for anything that could help our people. Here, take a look. You find some iron and a good logging site, maybe Harriet can get our troops better weapons.
So it's a bit of a collection quest, but also helps out our Inquisition. How do I fill special orders?
If I have material for a special order, do I bring it to you?
Just take it over there. One of my boys will take the materials or jot down what you found.
Goodbye.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
And also with you. Let's check out requisitions. So, we're looking to find the materials to improve our swords. So we need to find 5 armor in the world and 1 logging stand.
Thanks for checking anyway.
You're welcome. Just that kind of guy. Oh, a checker. I check things. Alright, into the chantry we go.
Does it trouble you?
I want it gone.
I wish I could get rid of it.
We have need of it yet.
So you've mentioned.
What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach. You've given us time, and Solas believes a second attempt might succeed, provided the mark has more power. The same level of power used to open the breach in the first place. That is not easy to come by.
Sounds like fun.
What harm could there be in powering up something we barely understand?
Hold on to that sense of humor.
I'm a bit of a smartass. Can you not tell from my very excellent mustache?
May I present Commander Cullen, leader of the Inquisition's forces.
Such as they are. We lost many soldiers in the valley, and I fear many more before this is through.
This is Lady Josephine Montillier, our ambassador and chief diplomat.
I've heard much. It's a pleasure to meet you at last.
And of course, you know Sister Liliana.
My position here involves a degree of...
She is our spy master.
Yes, tactfully put, Cassandra.
Excuse me. A pleasure.
Pleased to meet you all.
I mentioned that your mark needs more power to close the breach for good.
Which means we must approach the rebel mages for help.
And I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
We need power, Commander. Enough magic poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress the breach, weaken it, so...
Pure speculation.
I was a Templar. I know what they're capable of.
Unfortunately, neither group will even speak to us yet. The Chantry has denounced the Inquisition, and you specifically.
Well, that was quick.
That didn't take long.
Shouldn't they be busy arguing over who's going to become divine?
Some are calling you the Herald of Andraste, and that frightens the Chantry. The remaining clerics have declared it blasphemy, and we, heretics, for harboring you.
Chancellor Roderick's doing, no doubt.
It limits our options. Approaching the mages or Templars for help is currently out of the question.
The Herald of Andraste?
Just how am I the Herald of Andraste?
People saw what you did at the temple, how you stopped the breach from growing. They have also heard about the woman seen in the rift when we first found you. They believe that was Andraste.
Even if we tried to stop that view from spreading.
Which we have not.
The point is, everyone is talking about you.
It's quite the title, isn't it? How do you feel about that?
I like it.
I don't mind it at all.
People are desperate for a sign of hope. For some, you're that sign.
And to others, a symbol of everything that's gone wrong.
Could we be attacked?
Will the Chantry attack us?
With what? They have only words at their disposal.
And yet, they may bury us with them.
There is something you can do. A Chantry cleric by the name of Mother Giselle has asked to speak to you. She is not far, and knows those involved far better than I. Her assistance could be invaluable.
Why would she help us?
Why would someone from the Chantry help a declared heretic?
I understand she's a reasonable sort. Perhaps she does not agree with her sisters. You will find Mother Giselle tending to the wounded in the hinterlands near Redcliffe.
Look for other opportunities to expand the Inquisition's influence while you're there.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
In the meantime, let's think of other options. I won't leave this all to the Herald.
Well, that sure is nice of you. Okay, so this war table is kind of a new thing. I'm just still figuring it out. Haven't gotten very far. So we have two sides of the map, Orlesian and Ferelden, and you can the different quests will bring you to different sides of the map, but you can increase your power
Has
from what I
Cassandra
understand.
spoken to you about my new recruits?
They are not your recruits, Commander. They're ours.
So I think we want to make sure that we apply a PowerPoint to this. Okay, so here are the different quests that we can do. We can unlock secrets, okay? And then there are other scouts and stuff that you can apply to the different missions. I still haven't figured out how to do all of that. So we're on to the hinterlands. Yay, new area unlocked. So we're going to scout the hinterlands. Looking for some horses. Alright, so we're going to... I wish there was an add all. That would make things a lot easier. So we're going to add, and add. Confirm.
Herald of Andraste. I've heard the stories. Everyone has. We know what you did at the breach. It's an honor to meet you, my lord. Inquisition Scout Harding, at your service. Well, all of us here, will do whatever we can to help.
Harding, huh? Ever been to Kirkwall's Hightown?
I can't say I have. Why?
You'd be Harding and... No, never mind.
Oh, Varric. Disgusted noise. Pleased to meet you.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
We should get to business. The situation's pretty dire. We came to secure horses from Redcliffe's old horsemaster. I grew up here, and people always said that Dennett's herds were the strongest and the fastest this side of the Frostbacks. But with the Mage Templar fighting getting worse, we couldn't get to Dennett. Maker only knows if he's even still alive.
You're a dwarf.
Mother Giselle's at the crossroads helping refugees and the wounded. Our latest reports say that the war's spread there too. Corporal Vale and our men are doing what they can to help protect the people, but they won't be able to hold out very long. You best get going. No time to lose.
What is a dwarf doing growing up in Redcliffe? They're supposed to be in Ostagar. Okay, so we're going to cut this episode here and pick it up in exploring the Highlands, Hinterlands, wherever the hell this is. Hinterlands, I think? I think it's Hinterlands. Yeah, we'll go with that. So, thanks for watching, and see you soon.